Okay, I really don't know who has sold you this idea that your thoughts and emotions are the ones that manifest your reality. Because trust me, for one, I am very grateful that my thoughts and emotions don't manifest my reality. Let me explain why. Let's first look at two different scenarios, okay? Let me know if you have ever experienced these scenarios. I have, but maybe I don't know if other people have or have not. Let me know. First scenario, there was a point in your life where you were feeling a lot of fear, where you were feeling a lot of negative things, where you were really fearful that this thing that you want is not going to happen and there's going to be no solution and things are just like over. But yet you received a blessing, completely unexpected, and you weren't even a positive balloon, did I just say positive balloon? Anyway, you know what I mean. Second scenario, there was a point in your life when you were, this one is a funny one actually. There was something in your life that you were so certain that that is it, and you are doing it, and you are doing it right now, and it's gonna happen. And there was this kind of certainty inside you about that thing, but it didn't happen. These two scenarios have happened with me. So, is it fair to say that your thoughts and emotions are the ones that manifest your reality? Oh, I just hit my mic. I don't know whether that caused a sudden loud noise in the video. I'll see later. So, is it fair to say that our thoughts and emotion manifest our reality? And honestly, do you want your thoughts and emotions to manifest your reality? If you are a normal human being, you are probably bombarded with so many different thoughts, positive and negative, and fears, and this and that. And you probably feel a lot of positive as well as negative emotions throughout your day. If our thoughts and emotions manifested our reality, it would be probably 10 times more chaotic than what it is right now. And every single day of your life would look like, ooh, maybe not every single day, but a lot of days would look like this. Suddenly something positive is happening, but oh my god, you're facing negative emotion. Here you go, something negative is happening. So please remove at least this idea that your thoughts and emotions are the ones that manifest your reality, and it is such a linear process. Positive emotion is equal to positive reality. Negative emotion is equal to negative reality. You're having a positive thought, something positive is manifesting. You're having a negative thought, something negative is manifesting. That doesn't sound right, does it? But that being said, do I make these videos to tell people that, oh, go ahead, have negative thoughts voluntarily, and just have negative emotions voluntarily because anyway it's not manifesting our reality? No, that is not what I'm saying. Why would you want to be in the negative thoughts and the negative emotions? Why would you voluntarily sabotage your life and yourself? Right? Why would you do that? We don't love having negative thoughts, we don't love having negative emotions. But the reason for making this video and whenever I share messages like this is to get you out of that fear bubble and that scarcity bubble, maybe, where it's, you have probably seen a lot of videos and this is just embedded in your mind that, oh, I have to have positive emotions and positive thoughts because that is what's manifesting my reality. I want to get you out of that fear bubble so that you can see the totality of your human experience and you are able to give yourself the grace to experience both your positive emotions and negative emotions and have faith in your life and have faith in your destiny and have faith in both your positive emotions and negative emotions. Because guess what? If on one spectrum you're saying that positive emotions are good and you start neglecting negative, okay, this is something we see quite a lot happening. But now you're saying this video, you're like, oh, negative emotions mean nothing, so I can be more negative. No, again, you're forcing something. Why would you forcefully want to be negative when you're not being negative in the first place? That's the whole point. Allow what is to happen and to surface and to feel. Don't force the positive. Don't force the negative. Don't force either of them. It is not good for you. The only thing you have to do is you experience the totality of it all. If something negative emotion is showing up, it is showing up for a reason because it wants to be felt. Because you have probably suppressed it for a long time. And that's why negative emotions, they feel so really difficult to feel at times. Because it's not just the negative emotion of right now that you're feeling. You have also had a lifetime of learning to suppress them. So now they're really coming up to the surface because they really want to be felt because you've ignored them for so long. Does that make sense? That's why sometimes the intensity of negative emotions can be so much more than our but probably this situation that is happening right now, when you get triggered over something so small, it's not really about that small thing. It's about the emotion that wants to come out, whether it comes out through something small or something big, whether it comes out of a relationship breakup or whether it comes out through your cup falling and breaking and suddenly you're feeling so sad. You don't even know why you're feeling so sad over the cup breaking. Like, that doesn't make sense. And when it doesn't make sense, you suppress it, because that's what we've been taught. Because, oh, what is wrong with you? Why you whining over a cup? Hey, grow up. Don't whine over a cup, a broken cup. Be a strong boy, be a strong girl. And in doing so, you suppress your negative emotions. You don't allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay. If a cup is falling and breaking and it was your favorite cup, and if you feel like crying, allow yourself to cry without giving yourself the logical reasoning of why you should not be crying over a cup breaking, right? Because it's not like you're forcing that cry to come. It just came. It just came from somewhere inside you, and your mind has no idea what the heck is going on. Why am I crying over this? Okay, I should not cry over this. Does that make sense? It's just your emotion that wants to come out. We've all had that moments, no? When it just comes. The cry just comes. The anger just comes over something seemingly small. And we don't understand why. Well, this is the reason why. It's your body's wisdom. That is the reason why. It is your body's wisdom that is trying to tell you something right now. And it takes courage to accept that wisdom, to actually follow that wisdom, to follow through with that wisdom, and to actually listen to it. Because your mind is going to tell you that you shouldn't. Right? So I went okay, I talked about this quite a lot in this video. I was not planning to. Coming back to the topic of the video. Manifestation is not such a linear thing. You do this, you get that. You do that, you get this. No. If you allow yourself to remove yourself from this ideology of life on earth being such a linear process, like seriously, life on earth is not a linear process. I really don't think I need to convince anyone of that at this point. It is not a linear process. You have been human for quite a while. I'm assuming that the people who watch my videos are at least 18 years old. So minimum you have 18 years of human life experience. This life is not so linear. And if you have this ideology in your mind of it being linear due to whatever reason, I invite you to just open that up a little bit from those two examples that I gave in the beginning of this video. So now after all this, you might be wondering, well, Akshati, then what works? You have told me about emotions and thoughts and the way that it is not so linear, then what works? In my experience and observing so many other people, what I have noticed is what works is just being your best self every single day. Yeah, sounds like such a boring answer, right? But this is the truth. Being your best self every single day, whatever that looks like. And guess what? Sometimes your best self is the one that is going to tick off all 10 tasks and going to be so efficient, is going to be feeling high vibe all day. And sometimes that best self is going to be the one who can barely get out of bed that day because something really sad has happened, and can barely get up and make their own meal and eat. And yes, that is the achievement for the day, even if it is filled with negative thoughts and negative emotions that you are feeling and you're crying all day. Being your best self every single day. And this takes me back to my previous point that, after watching this video, the idea is not that, oh, now let's roll in negativity, in the negative clouds, in the negative emotions and thoughts because they don't manifest anyway. No, remember what I just said? Being your best self every day. Is your best self gonna forcefully put negative thoughts in yourself? Even when they're not really coming, but you're now forcing, oh yeah, let's go, negativity. No. Right? So this is what actually works. This is the thing that works. Because that's the thing, right? When you actually allow your negative emotions to come and to release and to release and to release, that burden that you feel, wherever in your body you feel that, it's suddenly gonna start to lift off. And you're naturally gonna start feeling lighter and lighter without trying to force any positive affirmations or positive, just filling yourself with positivity. I'm not saying that positive affirmations are bad. I want you to get this. You can feel it inside you when you are actually saying something to affirm you, to soothe you without resistance. And when you're forcing positive affirmations because, oh my god, negative thoughts, I need to have positive affirmation one after the other inside me, drilling into my head, it feels different. You will feel that feeling. Do I not affirm myself sometimes? Yes, I do. But do I force positive affirmations and stuff and positivity when all my soul needs to do is have a good cry and release whatever the heck is trying to release right now? No, I don't. That's the difference. Whenever your negative thoughts come up, instead of facing them and looking them in the eye, you start to resist them. You start to try to get rid of them. But guess what? Getting rid never works. Getting rid never ever works, and it makes things stick longer. And whenever your negative emotions show up, you try to suppress them. You stop yourself from feeling them. And then you suppress it. Because this is what we've been taught till now. That this is the way it should be. That is not the way it should be. I've actually made another video about what to do with your thoughts. That's literally the title of the video. WTF do I do with my thoughts? Because I think that's something we all ask ourselves sometimes. I'm going to leave that at the end of this video so you can watch that particular video if you're confused about what the heck you are supposed to do with your negative thoughts and how to really deal with those thoughts. So yeah, this is what actually works. Being real and feeling it all is how you ultimately raise your vibration. Because raising your vibration is not about feeling good all the time. Raising your vibration is about you becoming a conscious human being who is now conscious of their thoughts and emotions, and you're able to hold space for it all and feel it all without making it mean anything about your identity. Because the problem right now maybe is that you have attached a lot of meaning to these negative thoughts and emotions that are showing up with your identity. You have connected them with your identity, that when I'm feeling positive and uplifted, that's when I am the bold, confident, wonderful version, highest version of myself. But when I'm not the highest version of myself. But I challenge you to this. What if even when you are crying your eyes out, feeling fear, feeling sorrow, feeling despair, feeling grief, what if even then your identity is still that highest self? Please learn to differentiate between identity and the emotions and thoughts are showing up. What if you can still be anchored in your identity? What if you can still be centered in your identity, even when you are the messiest self? I want you to sit with that. Let me know in the comments below what you feel from this video. See you next time. Bye.